So today I wanted to talk to you about something really important. But let me start off. If you don't know me, my name is Kookie. I'm a model and an actress from the northeast of England, and I suffer with body dysmorphia, agoraphobia, and social anxiety. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video on each of the conditions, what they are, how it affects me, how I deal with it, what treatments there are, and things like that, and hopefully it will help some people understand the condition a little bit more, and hopefully it'll help someone somehow. So what body dysmorphia is, I've had it since I was about 10-year-old, and what it is it's a mental condition where the sufferer believes that their appearance is flawed, that it's not perfect, that there's something really wrong with their appearance. Most of the time there isn't actually a flaw, and if there is, it's a very tiny one. There's a cat in the background. Snowman. Body dysmorphia actually affects 1 to 2% of the population. A lot of it is undiagnosed. There are a lot of people suffering from it that haven't yet been diagnosed. It can occur in absolutely anyone, in adults, in children, but 9 times out of 10 it is triggered during adolescence. It can affect your quality of life completely. It can affect your social life, your occupational life, your academic life. My school life was heavily affected by my body dysmorphia, as well as the bullying and everything like that. I'll get onto that a little bit later on. But people that suffer with body dysmorphia tend to like to isolate themselves from the world. It seems to be easier to kind of isolate ourselves away from any potential kind of nasty people or putting ourselves in uncomfortable positions. I find it very difficult to go down the street in case anybody sees my flaws and all that kind of thing. I won't go out without makeup on or anything like that. I've been seen without makeup, I think, once in my vlog where I had not long been out of surgery, so obviously I couldn't do my makeup, but my skin was actually clear at that point in time. I don't let anybody see me with bad skin. That's like a massive no-no for me. BDD is an obsessive compulsive related disorder. A lot of people who suffer also hide themselves because they don't want people to think that they're vain or superficial. You will find that people that suffer with body dysmorphia constantly fidget with their hair, their makeup, checking themselves in the mirror and all that kind of thing, and when kind of walking past reflective surfaces, you do tend to check to make sure that you don't look a mess, or just to check how you're looking at that point in time. It's not vanity at all, it is not being superficial, it's a fear of being imperfect, I suppose. BDD goes hand in hand with other kind of obsessive compulsive related disorders, like the social anxiety, like major depression disorder, like excretion disorder, which is a severe skin picking disorder, which I also suffer from. If there is anything under my skin, I will tear my skin apart to get it out, whether it's a spot, whether it's a spelk, whether it's an ingrown hair, whatever. If it is under my skin, I will get it out. Which most of the time, that disorder does mean you end up worsening your appearance, but you can't help it. I mean, you'll be sitting there and you'll feel a spot or something and you'll pick and dag at your skin, and you'll end up scarring yourself or causing pink marks or things like that, and you can't help it. It's just what you need to do at that point in time. You perform certain rituals and actions to relieve the anxiety and stress that you feel at that point in time. It's perfectly normal to do that when you are suffering from this condition. A big thing with BDD is it does involve suicidal intention. One of the side effects is suicidal tendencies. Most people will at some point in their life have attempted suicide. I have. When I was about 15-16, I did attempt suicide, and a few years ago again I did attempt suicide, but my husband stopped me. It's not something I kind of ever talk about really, but you're not alone. I have been in that place. If you are in that place, just please, please, please talk to someone. Please, even if you just want to talk to me, you can inbox me anything, just don't go that far. It will be okay. There is so many ways that we can help, and getting the knowledge out there of this condition can help. There are certain treatments available, not very many, but there are a few. There is antidepressants. I was on those not long after I attempted suicide. I was put onto antidepressants, which was also to help migraines as well, because I suffer from those. I wasn't on them for very long. I didn't want to be on them for very long. I preferred to work around the problem myself, than rely on antidepressants at that point in time. Another form of treatment is cognitive behavioural therapy. I have been through cognitive behavioural therapy, and for me it didn't work. It has worked for a lot of people, but for me it didn't. I mean, at some point in time I may go through it again, just to see if I can get, you know, a little bit of help through it, a little bit of acceptance of myself or whatever through it. But the first time around it didn't actually help. People suffering may only focus on one flaw that they perceive they have. Others focus on multiple flaws, like myself. I don't just see myself as having one flaw, I see every part of my body as being a flaw. Absolutely everything, to the point where one eyebrow is slightly higher than the other. That my ribs stick out a bit too much. They don't bend in as much as I would like, so I look broader. There is a million and one things I would change about myself if I could. And I have gone down the surgery route previously. I did have a breast augmentation, which did not help anything at all, especially the first time, because it was such a nightmare the first time everything went wrong. And the second time I've just recently had them fixed, so hopefully that will make me feel better about that body part, but at the moment they're not as big as I would have liked, unfortunately. But things may change. I mean, to other people they're absolutely huge, to me they're not, but that could be just the way I see myself. One way that my husband describes it, that I think actually it's a simple way of explaining it and kind of helps you understand a little bit more. It's the way he explains it to people. It's as if I look into a funhouse mirror, and when I look into that mirror, every flaw I have is distorted and blown out of proportion. So what I see is like a funhouse mirror, and what everybody else sees is me. And it has actually helped some people understand it a little bit better, explaining it that way. And I think it is kind of accurate. There are like a lot of other treatments that people kind of go through to try and help themselves feel better about appearances, like your skin. If somebody has an insecurity about their skin, that's their flaw, and they go and they have dermatological treatments or whatever, and then that flaw is gone, they get a relief from that. But sometimes you don't, and sometimes once one flaw is fixed, you move on to another and another. It works differently in different people. Most people who suffer with body dysmorphia look completely normal. Most of them are even really attractive people, and you wouldn't think that they would have such an insecurity and such a hatred for the way they look. It can affect absolutely anyone. Going into modelling was something that I always wanted to do, and I never thought that I was any good, and I've been modelling for 2 years now, so I can't be as bad as I think, right? I don't know. Another thing is, like with the social anxieties, you get very nervous around other people, especially like, if I walk down the street I get nervous because I don't know if the person walking past me can see the flaws I see. And a lot of people that suffer, they think that people are talking about them, or they're talking about their flaw, and they get very nervous and very paranoid and very upset. And I mean, you can understand why. It's things play on your mind so much with what you hate so much about yourself that you begin to think strangers see it, and you think that they are, you know, taking the mick out of you. If you're, you know, especially if you're used to being bullied, it's easy to instantly think someone who's just looked at you has seen what you see, and it makes you really, really scared and really anxious and nervous. It really does. A little bit of a Q&A now is, how does body dysmorphia affect me personally? Well, it has affected my life completely. It has affected my social life. I have social anxiety because of it, so I don't go out for cuppas with friends, I don't go on nights out, I don't go to picnics in the park or anything like that. If I see my friends, they usually come around to my house and have a cuppa. I don't get to see them all that often, which is a shame because I do miss my friends. I suffer with depression as well as a result of it. Most people that look so happy and so smiley and so confident all of the time are usually the ones that are hiding the most. I hide a lot of problems and nobody would even know. So I'm actually kind of worried to see how many people will be shocked when they see this video and realise what I hide. I have excoriation disorder, which is obviously, like I said earlier, where I tear my skin apart. I think my whole body is flawed. I mean, my hair is horrible. I have extensions in right now. I have like 2 sets of extensions in because my hair is so thin, so damaged, so short. I hate the colour. I can never find a colour that I like, no matter how many times I dye my hair. I mean, literally, my hair is so abused. I don't know if you can see it. That's literally the length of my hair. It is so short because I've damaged it so much through constantly dyeing it, constantly changing it just to try and make it look good. My skin is bad. I have suffered with acne since I was about 14. I'm 22 now, and recently it did clear up, and then I used something on my face that I really, really didn't like, and it broke out so badly, hence all the heavy makeup going on. Because I hate it so much. I mean, usually I won't leave the house if my skin is really bad, but if I have modelling work booked, then I have to. I mean, I am a reliable person, you know, even with all these problems. If somebody says, I need you for this shoot here at this time, I will be there, I will have my makeup on, and I will be ready to go. But if I don't have to leave the house, I will not leave the house. I will sit in my bedroom, I will cover the mirrors, I will break down in tears for hours and days sometimes, because I am so upset, because I hate the way I look so much. And it's really, really hard. I mean, it breaks my husband's heart to see me like that. It really does. And my dad is always there for me as well, which is really nice. They always try and pull me around and help me out. So if you've got someone close to you that doesn't know you have body dysmorphia, tell them. They will support you. They will help you. I promise you. And if you need to, just speak to me. As I say, just inbox me anything. Just speak to me. Speak to someone. My teeth are crossed at the front as well. I think I'm fat. I hate my bum. Like I said before, my ribs don't bend in far enough. My nose is too big. I would love to have rhinoplasty. There's just numbers of things that I would just change everything. I mean, literally to like a lift on one side of my face, just slightly, by a couple of millimeters, just to make it more symmetrical. And I know faces aren't really supposed to even be like symmetrical, but it's just one of the things I obsess on, you know. Some days I can't take it and I break down, and it just happens, you know. Next question, what caused my body dysmorphia? I don't know exactly what caused it, but I know things that may have helped it. I got bullied a lot at school for a number of things, mainly for being a larger girl. I mean, I wouldn't have said I was a really big girl. I wouldn't have said I was that abnormal or anything like that when I was younger, but I used to get bullied so badly. I mean, children, and being as though people were just horrible, like really horrible. And no matter what I did, I could never be accepted by anyone. I had a small group of friends who thankfully accepted me for who I was, but the rest of the school were really not very nice to me. I mean, I remember one day I had stayed up all night with these stupid curlers in my head, you know, the plastic ones and you put the sharp pins through them. I had those in my head. Look at it again. Bandit. I had those in my head all night because I wanted really nice hair for once. And I went into school and I was so happy with how my hair was looking, and then somebody tore me apart. They absolutely tore me apart, and they thought that I was being absolutely ridiculous having my hairstyle like that, and it was like, seriously, I didn't even know who that person was, but they just ripped into me. I was like, serious? I really hope kids aren't that vicious to each other now, I really do. Another thing that contributed towards my body dysmorphia was my grandmother. Every time we went round to see her, she would always make a remark about my weight. Always, without fail. Oh, you're getting a big girl, aren't you? Oh, you could do with losing a little bit of weight. Oh, you've still got all that puppy fat. Like, thank you. Thank you for helping my self-esteem. Seriously, even if somebody has gained some weight, or even if you just don't turn around and say you are fat. You just do not do it. It's not nice. Just don't do it. Simple. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. It's really horrible. I mean, you have no idea what is going through someone's head at that point in time. I mean, it is really, really not very nice at all. Nobody likes to have their flaws pointed out. Nobody likes to be told that they're fat or that their hair's horrible or their skin's bad. So why do it? What, to make yourself feel better? It's just wrong. Another thing that kind of contributed towards my body dysmorphia was my mum's attitude. It's shit. My mum's attitude was shit. We don't talk anymore because I started modelling and she went off it because I put the pictures on Facebook. Oh lordy fucking lord. Like, seriously. I put the pictures on Facebook, she went nuts. And she couldn't even tell me that she was proud of me that I managed to get over my body dysmorphia enough to do that, to put that picture on Facebook for everyone to see. Couldn't even say well done. But, anyways, that's recently, we're not, like, we're on about earlier on. When I was about 12-year-old, she would drag me out to the pub every weekend with her, and she would always make me dress up because she wanted to dress up, so I had to, so she didn't look overdressed. And the way she came across when I had to dress up and stuff like that, it was almost as if she was saying, if you don't do your makeup, if you don't look pretty, if you don't look skinny, no one will ever love you. Who does that to their child? Who? I mean, come on. 12-year-old and you're dragging her out as your wingman. To have all of these old men leer over her while you go and chat up some bloke. I mean, come off it. Fucking parenting 101 here, love. I don't even have kids and I know that's fucking wrong. I would never ever do that to my child. Ever. It doesn't give you the right to just drag, oh yeah, you must dress up now, wear this mini skirt, wear this top with that mini skirt, now put your makeup on, do your hair. 12-year-old, I should not have been going out to pubs with an irresponsible, drunken adult. And most of the time, yes, she'd bring boys home. She'd bring blokes home with her. So, you know what, I would just sit in the sitting room all night, so I didn't have to hear it. I mean, come on, talk about psychologically fucking your child up here. Sorry, I'm kind of going off on a bit of a tangent here, but as you can see, there's a few things that's contributed to the way I am here. You know, all the problems in here are not just genetic, shall we say. Do you punish yourself for being body dysmorphic? Yes, I do. I punish myself every goddamn day. Even if it's controlling my food intake, even if it's covering up the mirrors because I can't stand to look at myself anymore, even if it's going out for a 2-hour training session just so I feel like a little bit worthy. It's, yeah, I really do suffer with it every day. It is a never-ending battle. It really, really is. But I want to be here to change it for other people. I don't want other people to feel the way I do. I want people to get some help, and for someone to be there to talk to them, and raising the awareness for this will help people open up and help them so they don't have to suffer alone anymore. Do you receive treatment for your body dysmorphia? Like I said earlier, in the past I did go through antidepressants. I didn't stay on them very long. When I was 19 I had cognitive behavioural therapy, which didn't work for me, but I think the main thing that actually helps me day to day is my husband. Every day he tells me how beautiful I am, how proud he is of me, how much he loves me. I get so many cuddles, and that helps me more than anything. Just his support helps so much. The same with my dad, having the support of my dad when I'm feeling crappy. And he'll come around and he'll just take us out somewhere, like we'll go shopping or whatever, you know, or he'll come around and we'll have a cuppa and a chat, and it really cheers me up. It's the same when my friends come round to see me. They come round and we'll have a cuppa and we can have a laugh, and it's really, really nice because I don't feel like I have to worry because they know me, they've seen me, they know so much about me and I trust them. So when I'm around them I can relax a little bit and I can have fun, and I don't have to be so scared and so afraid of the flaws that they see, because if they didn't like me they wouldn't keep coming around to see me. You know, if they thought they couldn't stand me or something like that, then they wouldn't, you know, keep in touch with me and say hi. So, you know. Another question: does being in the modelling and acting industry make it worse? Well, as we know, the media industry is another big reason for body dysmorphia, eating disorders and all of that kind of thing. And to be honest, being in this industry does help and it doesn't. It has helped me live my dream and show people that I'm not going to let body dysmorphia rule my life. I'm not going to let it stop me from achieving what I want to achieve. I mean, yeah, sometimes the condition does tear me apart inside, but other days I feel on top of the world because I've had an amazing photo shoot, or I've had an amazing day on film sets and whatever, you know. It's helped me because when I work with people, they want to work with me, and it's really nice. People message me and, can I shoot with you? I love your tattoos and all that kind of thing, and it's like, yeah, okay, you know, I feel really good that somebody wants to work with me. And then when we've had the shoot and then they put the pictures up and they're like, oh, I'm so happy I worked with them, and oh, Cookie's beautiful and she's good at what she does, she knows how to pose, and like all those compliments, and I'm just like, thank you. It makes me feel so happy that I feel appreciated and that someone doesn't see the flaws that I see, you know. It does help, I don't know, boost your self-esteem, make you feel less self-conscious. I mean, it is always really, really nerve-wracking once you've finished a photo shoot. I mean, even during the photo shoot, I mean, you can kind of let the worries disappear, because like, I'm doing my job, I'm doing this, feeling good, do this, you know, throwing your poses about and all that kind of thing. And it gives me a good focus in life, being a model, actually. And as I say, like, when it when it comes to seeing the photos, I'm like, oh my god, what do I look like, what do I look like, and then like the pop up on the screen, I'm like, I don't look bad. And it's like, to be able to say that when I look at a photo of myself is one of the biggest achievements I could ever hope for in moving forward with the problem. When I first started modelling, it was a lot more difficult, I've got to say. I'd not that long been out of a wheelchair. I did end up in a wheelchair when I was about 18. 18, 19, I ended up in a wheelchair because I slipped a disc in my spine and it hit the nerves in my legs and my legs were paralysed. I couldn't move my back properly or anything. It was absolutely terrifying. That's how I developed the agoraphobia, but I'll talk about that in another video. So I ended up gaining a little bit of weight, and I wasn't a model at that point in time. I was just working in retail, and my boss didn't even believe the fact that I'd paralysed myself, which was wonderful. So I ended up getting sacked and whatever, so I should have pursued that unfair dismissal. But my friend was, like, my husband was talking to his friend who was a photographer, and he was like, oh, I really, really want to work with an alternative model, but I can't find any girls that are really, really pretty and really tattooed and stuff like that. He said, would your missus fancy it? I was like, this is the opportunity of a lifetime to actually get into modelling here. It's something I really, really want to do. Do I say yes? Am I holding myself back? And alright then. So I'm not going to hold myself, I'm going to go for it. And I did. I went for it, and that was it. Everything just kind of boomed after that. I started doing shoots all the time, and I ended up getting my first film role, which was actually a main cast role in a feature film, that was unbelievable. I never thought I would ever, you know, be good enough for that. So like, over time I got my back a bit stronger, and I started training, I started losing weight and feeling like a little bit better, and then my boobs disappeared, so that was something else to stress over, so I ended up going in for surgery, and long story, you know. But it's, on a whole, being in this industry has helped a lot, but as I say, there are some days where you want to break down in tears, and, you know, but that's not necessarily because of the job. I wouldn't have said, but I mean, some days when I look at them, I'm like, ugh, you're not a model, you don't look like a model, you look absolutely gross, whatever. So it's got its ups and downs, definitely. Next question is, did cosmetic surgery make you feel better about yourself? With the first one going badly, no it didn't. With the second one going well, I do feel a bit better, and it means that I don't have to stress about those anymore. I can kind of move on to maybe straightening my teeth, or maybe getting a nose job. No, I promised my husband I wouldn't get a nose job. I'll talk him around. Hopefully. But yeah, hopefully I'll get my teeth straightened soon, because I really don't like my little... He calls it my snaggle tooth, which just makes it a million times worse. I know he's trying to be cute, but it doesn't work. I don't like it. I don't like my snaggle tooth. So, hopefully if I can get rid of... Like, if I could get my teeth straightened, that would probably make me feel a bit better. But I know for a fact I probably will just move on to another body area and want to improve it. I think that's just in my nature. That is how it affects me, and that's the way I will end up going with it. And I wouldn't go over the top though, I wouldn't have thought, but I don't know. Do you think you'll ever be 100% happy with the way you look? To be honest, no. No, I don't think I ever will be 100% happy with the way I look, no matter how much surgery I have. I think there will always be flaws there that I would like to fix. My battery's going to die soon. Another quick one. How can you help others if you don't love yourself? Good question. By helping others see that even with body dysmorphia, I'm not letting it stop me live my dream. I'm not letting it stop me progress in life and what I want it to do. That hopefully one day I can help others accept and love themselves for who they are. Just because I don't love myself doesn't mean I don't love everyone else, you know? To me, everyone is beautiful. I know that no one is perfect, and that's what makes us perfect. Our imperfections make us so unique and so special. So don't let anybody put you down over your imperfections. I know it's easier said than done, because I can't accept what I'm saying to myself, you know? But hopefully you can accept it from me. That you are gorgeous, you are beautiful, you are so talented, there's so much you can do in life. Don't let this horrible mental disorder put you down. If we can help each other, if we can talk to each other and support each other, hopefully one day we can accept ourselves for who we are. As I said, it's so much easier said than done, because there are so many scary steps in the way of doing what you're wanting to do. I mean, the scary steps for me was putting myself out there with the modelling and showing myself in lingerie and stuff like that, exposing what I hated so much to become what I wanted to be. I want everybody to live their life to the fullest and live their dreams and enjoy their life so much. And I can't do that for me necessarily. I can't go out drinking with friends or anything like that at the moment. Maybe I can in the future. I mean, at the moment I haven't accepted myself, but one day hopefully I can. Hopefully with everyone's support and love and help, hopefully we can accept each other and ourselves and make the world a better place, you know. It is difficult, and if there is someone close to you that you can talk to about the problem, then please, please do. Don't suffer in silence. That's the worst thing. It was the worst thing for me, suffering in silence. Nobody knew but my best friend Duffy, and she helped me so much. She really did. She has been an absolute rock for me. We are still friends now. We still see each other now and again. I mean, she lives miles away from me, but we still get to see each other sometimes, and I miss her so much. If you're watching this, Duffy, I love you. I love you, I love you. And to everybody who is actually watching this, I am going to leave the comments open for this video, so use it as a forum to support each other. Please don't leave any negative comments on this video. It's hard enough making this video and putting myself out there for you to... You could openly criticize me if you wanted to, but please don't. Because it is hard enough to get out of bed in the morning as it is without any more negativity in my life. So please support each other in the comments. Please help each other through the problems you have with body dysmorphia. Please help each other. If you have any tips on how to deal with things, then please, please, please share them, because together we can raise awareness and help each other to become who we want to be and to be happy. And that's all we want. We all just want to live happy lives. So I love you all. Big hugs from me to you, and please just smile. If you think someone's feeling down, just give them a little smile. You never know what's going through someone's head. And I will do another video soon, so love you, love you, love you. Please be nice. Love you guys so much. Honestly, you are all beautiful, all talented, and so sweet, and I love you so much. So bye bye.